Hello, this is my review for the Samsung fridge freezer RB29FWRNDSS. This is a fridge freezer in stainless steel and it's rated A+ for energy efficiency, and it also has a frost-free feature in the fridge and freezer by maintaining a constant flow of cold air throughout, and that helps to prevent the build-up of ice and frost throughout the fridge and the freezer. It has a total capacity of 193 litres and comes from Samsung, the manufacturer, with a 2-year warranty. Now I'm just going to go a bit closer towards the fridge first of all and show you some of the features that the fridge has. Okay, so if I open up, you can see first of all, the first thing is that there's an LED light inside which makes it extremely bright and easy to see all the contents of your fridge. And there is 4 shelves, if you include the bottom one above the fruit and vegetable tray, all quite deep. The fridge freezer is a very deep model, which allows you to fit quite a bit in there. The second shelf down, if you can see, is an easy slide shelf, which allows you to pull it forwards quite easily, and that would allow you to reach things at the back. And it has this little feature of a bottle rack which moves around. So if you wanted to adapt your space in there, if you're storing something quite bulky, that might come in useful. And then the other thing that you can see at the bottom is the salad crisper drawer, which is absolutely huge. As you can see, it's quite full in my fridge at the moment, but there's lots and lots of things in there, which would be great for a sort of medium-sized family, I think. Now in the door, you can see there's a shelf at the top that has a closing section. This here is the water dispenser, which has got a 4.5 litre capacity, and to fill this you just simply lift the little clip out here and either pour your water in or lift the whole shelf out and fill it up, and that just literally slides straight back into place on there. It's very, very simple, no fiddling about, just slots into place. And then there's a small section next to it which I've used for condiments, and then at the bottom is your drinks shelf, which we use to store milk and things in. Now this condiment shelf is slightly smaller than what you get on other models of fridge freezers, but that's because the space is taken up by the water dispenser, which in my opinion is a lot more valuable. Okay, so that's the fridge first of all, and at the top of the fridge, while the door's open, you can see there's some contrast to the control panel, and this is just a touch section where you can press the different temperatures and set the fridge and the freezer separately. We've just left it on the standard setting the manufacturer had set it at, which seems to be working quite nicely. And the other thing that you can see on the end here is a vacation setting. So while you're going on holiday, you can switch your fridge to the vacation setting, and that effectively warms up the fridge so it's not using so much energy whilst maintaining the coldness of the freezer at the bottom. I haven't had a holiday since I've had the fridge freezer, so not had a chance to try this out, but it seems like quite a handy thing to have. And there are a couple of different sections inside the fridge that you can move if you wanted to adapt your shelving space. If you want to move those around, you can have a play around and see what suits your family best. Okay, so I'm going to shut the fridge and show you the water dispenser. That's here. And you quite simply, I'm not going to press it because I haven't got a glass handy, and I don't want water all over the floor. You just press the section here and the water comes out very nicely, very smooth flowing water. And a little feature that this has is a lock. There's a little clip underneath here, which if I just slide that across, that's now locked. I can't actually press it and dispense any water, which I guess would be handy if you had very young children. And then just click it back again if you want to be able to dispense the water. Okay, so going down to the freezer. The freezer is slightly smaller than other models of fridge freezer, but the setup works quite nicely for us, so I'll open the door and show inside. Okay, so there's 3 drawers in here, and these are actually quite deep. Pull the bottom one out, and it fits quite a lot in there. There's quite a lot of meat, and there's sort of double to triple height meat stacked in mine at the moment, and you can see there's still quite a bit of empty space in there. So it's a bit deceptive in that it's only got 3 drawers. It does fit quite a bit more than what you might expect in there. and the space is flexible. These top two drawers actually pull out completely. And I won't do this because I'm using the camera with one hand. And what you can see is there's a shelf on the bottom of this one, which I'll just see if I can pull out to show you. No, that's actually stuck. So what you can do if you want to is take out the top two drawers and then you leave this whole section as one big area with a shelf underneath it to allow you to store a big frozen item, maybe a large turkey before Christmas or something like that, which it's great that you've got the flexibility to do that. So I'll pop this shelf back in and shut the door. As you can see, it's very straightforward, very smooth just to do that. But overall, the Samsung fridge freezer is brilliant. It's given us quite a bit more space than with our old fridge freezer. The frost-free feature is something that's a huge bonus in my opinion. The old fridge freezer, we were forever defrosting it, having to empty the contents, scraping out the ice, and hopefully there'll be none of that with this one. The only very slight downside that I've found so far is with a child in the house, we're getting fingerprints on the stainless steel. But they polish off very quickly, and that's obviously one of the features of having something stainless steel. We are absolutely delighted with this fridge freezer and would recommend it to any small to medium sized family.